Yeah, I'm recording now. So welcome to the class. I have to tell you something. On Tuesday, you asked me about the possibility of recording a video instead of presenting. But unfortunately, I have to tell you no. The answer is no. Why? Because we have to be, like similar to the morning program. They are going to present. They are not going to record a video. So that's why you will have to record. I mean, you will have to do it face to face at the moment. Okay, instant. So you will have to learn this and present it. It's not going to be more than 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes would it's going to be okay. So you have to prepare for that. And in the morning program, they gave them some like academic texts, and they have to talk about it. I don't like that. So I prefer you to choose the topic that you like, especially the ones that belong to the book or that appear in the book. But if you want to do something different, you can do it, except video games, because video games, I don't understand them. Okay? Whenever they have presented about video games, it's for me like listening to Chinese. Okay, so I need something that I could understand. Okay, so that is the final thing. Presentation, and the presentation is going to be instant at the moment. So you have to prepare well. Try to use vocabulary which is not the traditional one. Try to include vocabulary that we have been learning, etc. Okay, that is what you have to do for the presentation. Any questions so far about this? Is clear? No question? No complaints? Sorry about it, but that's the way it is. That's the way it has to be. Okay. The other thing is that as we are not teaching next week, remember that we are going to have a pause, which is compulsory by the university. They force us to have this pause, mandatory. We don't have any other possibility. We have to stop. Okay. I am looking for the. So we were thinking about giving the presentation on Friday the 23rd. Friday the 23rd. So that is not going to be possible because we're not going to have classes. So it is going to be moved, but I think that it's going to be Thursday the 29th. Thursday the 29th. Why? Because that day Danilo can be with me, right? So as I said the other day, I need another person to help me with the presentations, right? So, but he can't on Friday. He can't. But I imagine that with the class of today and the class of Tuesday, the 27th, we're going to be like almost done with the unit 7. So the 30th, we can use it to ask questions. I'm going to be, here, and then you can come and ask me questions. But in order to ask questions, previously you have to study. So you have to be prepared for that too. That is to say, you have to study, and then you can come the day and ask me all the questions you want, and I can answer the questions that day. Or if you don't understand something that you have studied, I can explain it to you again. But the idea is not to repeat the classes. The idea is for you to study and me giving you more hints to be more prepared. But that's the idea. You have to study first and then ask all the questions, all the doubts, and clarify those doubts. Right? Now, anyway, I am going to start, I will have to rearrange the schedule for the test. So I'm going to fix it. And then I think that the first week in August, let me check we could do that right now. Let me check oops. If I can, if we can do it right now, okay? It says share screen right there. There we go. Wait a minute, please. I'm going to look for where is it? Grammar. Calendar test, calendar, this is the one. Can you see the calendar?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we have to move this, right? It was July the 23rd, the oral presentations. So this is going to be July the 29th. I'm going to change it right now. Okay. July the 29th is going to be July 29th is going to be the oral presentations are going to be only that day. Okay. So as it is 5 minutes, you are how many people? You are 8 people. So 40 minutes. Okay, so we have plenty of time to do it, right? So the 29th. Then the next week is going to be August. So the use of English, let me see. Could be Thursday, the 5th, the use of English, Thursday, the 5th, or Friday, the 6th. Let's do it Friday, the 6th. Yeah. That is going to be August. August, Friday, the 6th. Yeah. And that is yeah, Friday. Yeah. Then we have the speaking test. So the speaking test Friday it could be Tuesday the 10th. August the 10th. Okay. August the 10th. And also we can do it as we did it last time, that is to say, in one day. And then August the 12th, we can maintain that pending tests. People who didn't do the test. So August the 17th could be, I would say, the self-evaluation. You have to present it. Self-evaluation. And special test, if there is anybody, could be in here, August the 19th. 19th. And then we'll do it. See, we are just in time. Okay? So try to copy this. You can make a picture of it. Okay? Yeah, so as to have it. I'm going to record it here. And so we're done with it. Okay? We are done then with this. Okay, let's start then with the class. You had homework, which was which was, let's see, page 71, in which you have to complete exercise 7. We have had, we had done exercise 1 from exercise 7. Number 1, we did it. Things have really gone downhill around here since you left. The test figures have plummeted. Okay, so number 2, Giselle, can you do number 2? You can do it because you cannot see. Or you have it?
Yes.
Okay, so
Number 7.
exercise 7, number 2.
Okay. Things have really gone downhill.
Number 2.
Number 2. I'm sorry. If you keep listening to such loud music, you will go deaf. You will go deaf.
Deaf. Deaf is the pronunciation. Deaf. You go deaf. Yep. Okay. Number 3, Macarena, do you have it? No, you don't. Ricardo.
Look at this bread. It's gone moldy.
Yeah, it's gone moldy. Yes, correct. Francisca, number 4.
The company went bankrupt and their shareholders lost a lot of money. Shareholders lost a lot of money.
All right. Camila, do you have it? Number 5. Camila, are you there?
I was reviewing. I did the listening.
Okay, so you didn't have that one. Melissa, is Melissa there or not?
She had a bad connection now.
Yeah, okay, so let's continue with the people who were prepared. Ricardo, continue with the other one, number 5.
My friend's hair started going gray when he was only 20. It makes him look rather distinguished.
Okay, Giselle, number 6.
I think this mayonnaise might have become sour.
Nope.
It
First
smells.
of all, use go, not become. Go.
Go.
One form of go.
Okay.
And if it is have, so have.
Have gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Sour.
No. When you say echarse a perder, is gone off. Go off means that it died. Okay. So I think this mayonnaise might have gone off. It smells a bit strange. Yeah. Gone sour could be too, because it's kind of ponerse vinagre. Yeah. But I would say that it's, in this case, it's just totally. All right. Okay. But anyway, could be both. Yeah. But I think it is, the best one is gone off. Okay, Francisca, number 7.
My grandmother had gone bald by the time he was 50.
Okay. I went bald by 52.
By 52.
No, I mean me. I went bald when I was like 52. Yeah, but that's pretty sad. Ricardo, the last one.
Our dog goes hysterical every time the postman comes.
No, I would say goes mad. But goes is correct. Goes mad. Hysterical is for people. A dog does not go hysterical, but a dog goes mad. Okay, in this case. All right, good. Now we have the uh, the reading. Okay, the next page was the reading. You have to do it too. Did you do it? Let's only work with little things. Okay, go to page 73. Page 73. Okay, could you complete the paragraphs or insert the paragraphs? What is paragraph 1? What paragraph go in 1? A, B,
Teacher,
C.
can you share the book? No.
Wait a minute. Course. What page is it? 70. One. Course book. Okay, what? 73. It seems. Why it is 73? I can understand this. This is it. Yeah. But the next page is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, in here, in number 1, what paragraph you have to put in there? In here. Who's got it? What letter? A, B, C, D, E, F, or G? Did you do it or not?
We don't do that.
Oh,
You
No,
didn't. No?
No.
Come on. You have to do it because in here you have to insert. It's a very difficult. This is one of the most difficult reading because you have to connect and insert what is missing. But anyway, I'm going
it was
to.
not a homework.
It wasn't a homework.
No.
Oh, so I'm going to let you know anyway. In that way, you can see it complete, but you can read it. Okay. Anyway, let's do it. Completed. Number 1 was G. Number 2 is B. Number 3 is D. Number 4, A. Number 5, E. And number 6, F. Okay. Okay, we're going to do something anyway with the vocabulary that you have in here. Okay. In here you have some words which are, oops, in here, some words that are underlined. Okay. For example, in paragraph 1, William Shakespeare, Juliet was only partially correct when she observed a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. That word observed, if you go back to the previous page, okay, on page 72, take a look at page 72, you have observed and 2 possibilities, watched or said. You have to replace that word observed for one or the other. When I say William Shakespeare, Juliet was only partially correct when she observed a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. What would you choose? Watched or said?
Said.
What?
Said. She said.
Yeah, correct. Said. She said a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Da, 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 da. Okay. Then the next one is made up. It says, read it please, Ricardo. In one study, for example,
In one study, for example, they created pairs of made-up product names that were identical except for having front vowels or back vowels.
Okay, in this case, pairs of made up product names. Made up could be invented or prepared. In one study, for example, they created pairs of invented product names or prepared product names. What do you think is the best?
Invented.
Invented, that's right, invented. Now, Camila, read number 3 in there. In fact, this part.
In fact, it turns out that people do prefer ice cream with names including back vowels.
Okay,
In other,
back vowels, okay. In fact, it turns out that people do prefer ice creams with names including back vowels. Back vowels. Okay, instead of turns out, you can use happens or evicts. The word evicts means force somebody to leave a place. That is evicts. Okay, what is better in this case? In fact, it happens, or in fact,
Happens.
it evicts.
Evict.
Huh?
evicts.
No, happens. In fact, it happens that people do prefer ice cream with names including back vowels. Yeah. Okay, then the next one, number 4, is a word which is appeasing here. Appeasing means something like diminish, something like that. Read it, please. Melissa, are you there, Melissa, or not? Is she out or in? Melissa, you're in.
Yes.
Read from here, from mammals and birds up to the end.
Mammals and birds tend to use low frequency sounds when they are aggressive or hostile. Hostile, but use higher frequency sounds when frightened. Appeasing or friendly.
Okay, appeasing or friendly. Okay, so persuading or making less angry would be the word. Not making, less angry.
Less angry.
Less angry.
Less angry, all right, okay. And then, let's see, Giselle, read this. This link of
This link,
up to mouth in there. Okay, read that.
this link of high pitch with difference or
Deference, with
deference or friendliness may also explain the origin of
the origin
of the smile. We make a smile by retracting the corners of the mouth, and this shrinks the size of the front cavity in the mouth.
Right. So retracting could be moving back or denying what you said.
Moving back.
Moving back. Yeah, okay. And the last one is shades, which is in here. Francisca, read this, please.
Of course.
Meanings.
Meanings, okay. Of course, smiling in human
Smiling.
Of course, smiling in human has been both into means of expression
Expressing
many shades of enjoyment and other emotional meanings.
Oh, okay. You have in there shades, dark places, or subtly different degrees.
Subtly different degrees.
Yeah, subtly different degrees. Different shades, different degrees. Okay, now this article talks about the sounds related to advertising. Okay, when I read this, it's kind of, you know, strange because they connect that some people, you know, consider the using front vowels and back vowels. The back vowels, for example, like a, o, those back vowels are used for big things. And e, which is our front vowels, are used for small things. Yeah. So, and then why they say that? And then they relate that because mammals, like the whales or the dolphins, use high levels, high pitch in order to feel more aggressive. So it's kind of a very strange thing. You are going to read it and you will see that idea, which is interesting, okay? I have never related that with advertising. Okay, let's do now the next page, speaking focus. How many people you are you today? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pues Ricardo and Camila, we are 6 people. Okay, it says here, read, Camila, all this.
The image,
Yeah,
you need these things,
that is the
but
first
I
thing.
have a,
Wait. You need this thing. Okay, advertising. You need this thing.
you need this thing,
And what does the person say?
but I have a few things like that.
Okay, Ricardo, what follows?
Everyone else has one. Oh, I cannot read.
Oh,
then I should have one.
hey, everyone else has one. So, oh, then I should have one, right? Okay, Macarena, the next one. I can't hear you, Macarena.
She wrote something on the chat.
What? Read it. She can talk or something like that?
I can speak. I have a lot of tooth pain and the dentist won't let me talk.
Yeah, okay. Continue, Giselle, then. The next one. Here.
Okay. This thing will change your life.
What
Wow.
that's a wow. Okay. So finally, Melissa.
Really, buy it now, this thing.
So what happens in the end?
She bought
But
the thing.
Yeah, she bought the thing. All right. It's like, do you remember when what is the name of that comedian, Chilean comedian, Mombo Fica said, you remember? This is something that you need and you have to buy it, you know? It's like they force you to do things. And here, you need this thing. But I have a few things in that. But everyone else has one. Oh, then I should have one. This thing will change your life. Finally, really, buy it now. And then the person, you know, gives up and buys the thing. Okay. So here, what is it trying to say about advertising and its effects? What is the person trying to say in here about advertising and its effects?
Spend money.
Okay,
Spend money.
you have to
They
spend.
try to persuade you with things that you have, but you don't know that you need, but you don't really need. But with the advertising, you feel like you need it.
Okay, so they are trying to persuade you to buy things. Persuade, Camila, persuade,
Okay.
that is a word. Okay, so they try to persuade you, they try to make you buy. What else? What is the effect?
And that marketing creates necessities in order to push you to buy unnecessary things.
All right. Okay. So, yeah. So in the end, let's go to question number 2. And it says, how useful do you think anti-advertising campaigns like this are? So in fact, they are telling you this is something that you don't need. Okay. Why buying things? So it's an anti-advertising campaigns. Yeah. But they use it anyway. All right. So how useful do you think anti-advertising campaigns like this are? Are they useful? Do you believe in them? Do they
No.
change? Do they change your opinion?
Mm,
Ricardo, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I think they are useless because we all know that the market manipulates our minds to buy things, and we do it anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
Consciously.
why do you think we buy? Why do you think we buy so much? What is the reason?
mm,
Is it because of advertising? Is it because we need it? Is it because we miss something? Why do you think we are all the time buying things that sometimes are unnecessary?
I think that is for our mind because, for example, I used to buy a lot of things, but because it's like a little bit emotional.
Uh-huh.
Open a box with things and then me a bit of serotonin.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
fun
happy
in
when
the end.
yes.
It's fun.
Yes, I really like to buy things and live the experience.
Sometimes they say that when you lack love, you become more addicted to buy things. I don't know. Some people say that. Okay. But I think that in fact we're living in a society that is forcing us all the time to buy, because that is the idea in our society. Capitalism is what we live in, a society which is totally capitalist. So we buy because it's part of our lives nowadays. We're used to doing it. Yeah, we're used to doing it. And sometimes we don't need to buy things, but we buy them because they are, I don't know, they're cheap. Yeah. For example, you go and for example, you want to buy something, and if it is cheap, you buy it. And sometimes you don't need it, but you buy it because it's cheap. Okay, it's not about the necessity, but it is because it's cheap. For example, you buy a sweater. Oh, it's pretty cheap, but you have 20 sweaters, but they were cheap. So I had to buy it. Okay, it's like you are all the time like being forced by our society to buy things. Are you a consumerist? Consumerist is the word. Okay, do you consider yourself consumerist?
Yes,
Who said yes?
Camila, me.
You.
Yes.
Okay, why, Camila?
I don't know, but I think it's because my mom and I always go outside and go shopping, and we feel very happy because we pass time together and buy things and laugh. And I think it's for that.
Okay, Ricardo, are you a consumerist?
No, not really, because I hardly ever have enough money to spend on stupid things. But I think that if I had enough, I would be a consumerist.
All right. Okay. And when we start like thinking about in what to spend our money, let's suppose that you had money. What would you like to buy? What would you like to have? For example, in my case, I would like to have music. Music is my favorite thing to buy.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the rest? Ricardo?
If I had more money, I would buy, for example, a lot of technological stuff like a better computer, a bigger TV, a tablet, I don't know,
Yeah, so
a
technology
better
is
cell
okay.
phone, maybe.
Technology is your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Giselle, what about you? If you had a lot of money?
It's not.
I consider that I could travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had money, you would travel.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. You would like to travel to different places. All right. Melissa, what about you? How would you spend your money if you had a lot?
If I had money, I would like to buy a lot of books to have a
Oh,
library. To go to England.
all right. Okay. Francisca, what about you? What would you buy? What would you like to buy?
I would like to buy a German car.
Car.
Yeah, I love cars.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So everybody has his or her own things, right? When I was in the States, for example, I remember that I found a place where they sold CDs. I remember it was a big, you know, like what's the I can't remember. They store things. It's like a garage or something like that, huge, and they have thousands of CDs. And I used to go there, I remember, in the morning, and I was like all day long looking for CDs. And as I had money in the States, because I was paid for my job, so I remember that I brought like more than 50 CDs, and they were heavy in my suitcases. They were really heavy, but I was so happy. I remember that I bought all the Beatles collection, for example. And then I bought, for example, I remember music from Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Oh, I was happy then. And that's the only thing that I like to buy. For example, technology, my cell phone, for example, it has to be pretty bad if I change it. I am not like Ricardo, for example. Technology is his thing. Mine is not. Okay? I don't use technology very much. Okay.
Do you have Spotify?
Sorry?
Do you have Spotify in your phone?
Yes, of course I do. See, I can show you that. Here it is. Can you see it or not?
Yes.
Spotify. And in my Spotify, I have, albums, playlists, everything. Look at what I was listening at this moment, Melissa. Can you see it or not?
No, but I suppose it's something of the Beatles.
Yeah, the Blue Album.
Oh, okay.
6770. Strawberry Fields Forever. But I have, all the thing in there. So I love my Spotify because when I am driving, I put it in there. I am alone. I can listen to it pretty loud because whenever I am with my wife, we have problems. Because we have problems because first of all, she likes other type of music. We never agree on that. And on the other hand, she likes to listen to the volume pretty low. And I said, there's no use of that. I mean, I can't hear anything. So we discussed a lot. So in my car, I can listen what I want. Okay, so I'm happy with it. But anyway, I don't like to change many things. I mean, technology. I use enough, but I'm satisfied with it. I'm not wanting to change all the time. Okay, we're going to listen to two students discussing the questions in activity 1, these ones, right? Which student is most in favor of these kinds of campaigns, right? So let's listen. Wait a minute. I have to look for it. I don't know if it's here. I think it is not this. Wait a minute, please. It's number 24, I think. Now I have to look for the volume.
Taken in by the power of advertising. Unit 7.
And you listen
Grammar
now?
focus. Activity 1.
Yes, yes.
Stealth advertising, or advertising you wouldn't even know is advertising, is coming to a living room, a college classroom, or a blog near you. Here's how it works. Imagine that you find your rather stylish friend is now looking more stylish than ever.
Oh, this
Day
is
after
another one.
day, she comes to college decked out in fantastic outfits
Wait,
that
wait.
attract compliments from all.
It seems that it's another one. And I don't have it in here. I have it in. Wait. I missed the advanced classes semester audios grammar audios here. Probably it's 20. One number is 23. Audio number 23. Let's see now.
Unit
24.
7.
I think it's 24.
Activity 3. Welcome to the studio, Dr. Patterson.
No, this is
There have
another
been a
one here.
number of complaints about marketing that makes use of the senses. How far do you feel the complaints are justified?
24. You're right. You said 24.
Yes.
It is 24 here.
Unit 7. Speaking focus. Activity 2.
What I think makes campaigns like this particularly effective is the fact that they're using the actual medium of advertising to attack the advertising industry.
Absolutely. It's a clever way of warning people not to be taken in by the power of advertising. Having said that, I do have some reservations. Some of these messages are a bit obvious after all. I mean, we all know the whole point of advertising is to sell us things.
I can't argue with that, but as obvious as it may seem, we are still manipulated by the whole marketing industry. What campaigns like this do is make people stop and think. I especially like the use of humor. That's the key tool to changing hearts and minds.
Indeed, it is. Poking fun at advertising robs it of some of its power. I do see that there is value in receiving an anti-advertising message from time to time, but I do sometimes find things like this a bit patronizing.
Patronizing? I'm afraid I just don't see like that at all. I'd really like to see at least one ad like this outside every shopping mall.
I can't think of anything worse. That would be the best way of ensuring that the message would lose its impact and its appeal.
Oh well, we just have to agree to differ on that one then.
Okay. Could you hear, right? Yes? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to listen to it again, but now we're going to do the exercises. It says, which student is most in favor of these kinds of campaigns? What kinds of campaigns? The anti-advertising campaign. Okay, like this one that you have in there, in which it's an anti-advertising campaign. So who is more in favor of it? And then second exercise, you have in here some expressions to agree and disagree. Melissa, read 1 and 2, please.
I couldn't agree more.
And
Absolutely.
Francisca, 3 and 4.
That's not quite the way I see it.
I see it.
I see it. I can't argue.
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 Can't argue.
And I can't argue with the but.
That, but. Okay, you have to give the intonation, the right intonation. I can't argue with that, but, okay, Camila. 5 and
Indeed.
6.
Indeed, it is. I'm afraid I just don't see it like that at all.
Yeah. Then Ricardo, 7 and 8.
That's surely, not.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that?
Surely not.
Surely not. We'll just have to agree to defer.
To defer. Okay. So try to listen and pick the ones that appear in the listening. All right. Pick the ones that appear in the listening. We're going to listen to it again and try to pick the ones that appear. Okay, let's do it.
Unit 7. Speaking focus. Activity 2.
What I think makes campaigns like this particularly effective is the fact that they're using the actual medium of advertising to attack the advertising industry.
Absolutely. It's a clever way of warning people not to be taken in by the power of advertising. Having said that, I do have some reservations. Some of these messages are a bit obvious after all. I mean, we all know the whole point of advertising is to sell us things.
I can't argue with that, but as obvious as it may seem, we are still manipulated by the whole marketing industry. What campaigns like this do is make people stop and think. I especially like the use of humor. That's the key tool to changing hearts and minds.
Indeed, it is. Poking fun at advertising robs it of some of its power. I do see that there is value in receiving an anti-advertising message from time to time, but I do sometimes find things like this a bit patronizing.
Patronizing? I'm afraid I just don't see like that at all. I'd really like to see at least one ad like this outside every shopping mall.
I can't think of anything worse. That would be the best way of ensuring that the message would lose its impact and its appeal.
Oh well, we just have to agree to differ on that one then.
Okay, so first of all, who is more in favor of this kind of campaigns? The girl or the man?
The girl.
The girl, yeah, the girl. He uses a word which is pretty evident. He says patronizing. Do you understand the word patronizing? He considers this type of advertisement patronizing sometimes. Patronizing means arrogant. Arrogant. Okay. So obviously he doesn't like this, but she likes it better because she says that it makes you think. And she likes also the humor of these campaigns. Okay. So now, what words appear?
Absolutely.
What expressions appear? Would you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
I can't argue.
with that, but
Okay.
indeed it is.
Indeed it is.
I'm afraid I just don't see it like that at all.
At all, yes. Any other?
We'll just have to agree to differ.
Right. We'll just have to agree to differ. Okay, now take a look at the exercise. 3 ways of expressing complete agreement from all those sentences. Which do you think make or 3 ways of expressing complete agreement? Which ones?
Absolutely. Indeed
absolutely.
it is.
Absolutely. What other?
Indeed it is.
Indeed it is. And 2. Need another one.
I couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more. Yes. Those are the 3 in which you can use to agree with someone. Okay, now 2 ways of expressing complete disagreement. Complete disagreement.
Surely not.
Surely not. Yes.
That's not quite the way I see it.
No.
I'm afraid I just don't see it like that at all.
Yeah. Okay. At all. At all. No way. Okay. I'm afraid just don't see it like that at all. Okay. Then which one is one expression to use when you can't reach an agreement? You can't reach an agreement.
We'll just have to agree to differ.
That's right. We'll just have to agree to differ. And one expression for accepting someone else's point of view reluctantly. Reluctantly. Do you understand reluctantly? Reluctantly?
No.
Reluctantly. It's when you, I mean, not like, not happy. It says here, one expression for accepting someone, but not, you know, it's, you accept it because, but with certain disagreement too, right? That's the idea. So one expression for accepting someone else's point of view reluctantly.
I can't argue with that, but.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, but okay. I don't agree with that, but okay, you have to accept it. And one way of expressing partial disagreement.
That's not quite the way I see it.
Yeah, that's not quite the way I see it. Okay. Another expression that you know, for example, for agreement, apart from the ones that we hear here. Yeah, sometimes you can say you are absolutely right. It's the same as absolutely, but in a complete way. You're absolutely right. You're right. Okay. And I write here one that is not very common, but could help. Great minds think alike. I like that one. It's interesting. Great minds think alike. Grandes mentes piensan parecido. So I am agreeing with the other person in a very good way. Now, to show disagreement.
As I see it.
Mm-hmm. But not the ones that you have in there. Another form of disagreement. For example, I wrote two of them. Actually, I have to disagree with you. Actually, I have to disagree with you. Or I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Okay, those are expressions that you can use now. Because in here, we are going to work with the exam task. Okay, so let's jump into exercise 6. It says, work in pairs. Look at the exam task and listen to the examiner. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of each of the ways of promoting products and how effective you think each one would be. What are we going to do now? We're going to go back to the collaborative task and discussion. Okay? Probably this is what you will have to do in the speaking test, all right? Collaborative task. Okay, so in that moment, you will have to use expressions like this, to agree or to disagree. So instead of saying no, you can say, you know, you can use any of this one. I'm afraid I just don't see it like that at all. Okay, so try to use this. That will help you for the speaking test. Okay. Before going into this, in here you have an exercise that says, how effective will these ways of promoting fashion products be? And you have all these possibilities. Read one by one. Let's see, Melissa, read one of them. One of the arguments.
Making a cool promotional video.
Making a cool promotional video. That would be one. Okay. Another one, Francisca.
Giving free samples.
All right. Giselle.
Using celebrities in print advertising.
Yeah. Camila.
Sponsoring music festivals.
And the last one, Ricardo.
Using social networking sites.
Okay. So how effective would these ways of promoting fashion products be? So you have to discuss. For example, you can start by, I don't know, giving free samples. So you can say, well, I think that giving free samples is a good way of promoting fashion products. And I think that in that way, I'm going to encourage people to buy. And then the other person, oh, I totally disagree with you because, you know, I think that giving samples is going to be something not good for the enterprise because we are going to spend a lot of money, etc., etc. Okay, so we are going to discuss about that and we are going to make a collaborative task. But we're going to go first in order to see the hints about this. Okay, so go to page 205, please. Page 205. Let me look it in here. 205. This is long term. Yeah, collaborative task. Okay. First of all, we're going to read this because in this case, you are going to understand what is the objective of this task. And this is one of the tasks that you have to do in an international examination. Okay. You have to discuss with another person and make a collaborative task. Okay, so these are the hints. So what is being tested, Melissa? Read that.
Part 3 tests your ability to negotiate with the other candidate to reach a decision.
Okay, very
You
important.
will
Ability to negotiate with the other candidate to reach a decision. Usually, in this case, you have to come to an agreement with the other person. Okay, so you have to negotiate that. I agree with this part, but not with this one, and in the end, you come to an agreement. Okay, continue.
You will be expected to give your opinions and evaluate ideas, as well as listen and respond to your partner's ideas.
Partner's ideas. What do you have to do, Camila?
Work with the other candidate to discuss some things together. The examiner gives you both the first part of the task on a task sheet with some ideas to discuss. This is also written on the page and you have some time to look at it before you speak.
Okay, Giselle. Here, task may involve. Giselle? Giselle? Okay, read in here.
The task may involve solving a problem, negotiating, agreeing and disagreeing. Discuss the task with the other candidate for 2 to 3 minutes.
All right, Francisca.
The examiner will then give you another instruction, asking you to discuss something related to the topic, and to make this decision together. You have about a minute for this.
Okay, the strategy. Ricardo.
Strategy. Read and listen carefully to the instructions. Use the time given to look at the task on the sheet. Ask for clarification if you do not understand.
Number 2.
You should,
Number 2, okay.
You should discuss each of the prompts in some detail, but don't spend too long on any one idea.
All right, Melissa, continue.
One of you should start the discussion, then take turns to give your opinions, agree, disagree, etc.
Okay, Camila.
Turn-taking skills are important. Avoid dominating the discussion or interrupting rudely. It is important to
Interrupting.
involve and
Don't-
encourage your partner.
Wait. Don't hurry, Camila. Read slowly but well, okay? Turn-taking skills are important. Avoid dominating the discussion or interrupting rudely. It is important to involve and encourage your partner.
Skills are important.
Yeah. Read it again. Read it again.
Turn-taking skills are important. Avoid dominating the discussion or interrupting rudely.
Rudely.
It is important.
Rudely.
Rudely. It is important to involve and encourage your partner and follow up on what they say.
All right. Number 5. Let's see, Giselle.
Explain things in a different way if you can't think of a word or phrase, and don't leave long pauses. Use words such as right or okay to fill the gaps.
Okay, Francisca.
Try to use a range of functional language, such as asking for and reacting to opinions, agreeing and disagreeing, suggesting, speculating, opening and speculating. Right?
Yes.
Opening and summarizing the discussion.
Okay, remember it's opening, not opening. Opening and summarizing the discussion. Ricardo. Number 7.
You should be prepared to compromise in the second part of the task in order to reach a decision.
Okay, so this is a strategy. One of the things that are more important here is that you don't have to monopolize the conversation. You have, for that, you are, in this case, collaborating with the other person, okay? So you have to avoid dominating the discussion or not interrupting rudely. If the other person is talking, you have to leave the other person to finish her idea and then agree or disagree, suggest, collaborate, speculate, okay? So that's the idea. And at the end, you have to come to an agreement. That is the idea, okay? That is the idea that you have to do in this collaborative task. Now, what about a discussion? Because it could be a collaborative task or a discussion. What is being tested in the discussion, Camila?
Part 4 gives you the opportunity to show the examiner that you can discuss a topic in more depth. Develop and expand your ideas and justify your opinion.
No, not expanded. Develop and expand.
Develop and expand your ideas and justify your opinions.
Justify.
Justify.
Justify your opinion. Okay, Melissa, what do you have to do?
What do you have to do? In this part of the test, the examiner asks you both questions which develop the topic in part 3 and may lead to a more general discussion.
Okay, both.
Discussion.
Oh, both.
Both.
Yeah. Okay, Giselle. You may
add to what the other candidate has said or disagree with their ideas.
Okay, Francisca.
The discussion will last for around 4 minutes.
Okay, Ricardo, strategy.
If you don't understand the question, ask the examiner to repeat it.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, the second one, Ricardo. Give
Give
opinions.
opinions and express your feelings about issues. Give reasons or examples to justify your opinions.
Okay, Melissa.
Listen to what the other candidate says and ask questions or give follow-up comments.
Camila?
Take the opportunity to use a range of language, but don't dominate the discussion.
All right. Okay. So that's the idea. Oh, time is up. We're going to try to do only one discussion. Let's see if I have it in here. I don't know where it is. Yeah. What page is the one that we were? 74. And then we finish. This is not the one. Next one. Here. Okay, so this is the topic. How effective would these ways of promoting fashion products be? We have all these possibilities. What do you think is the most attractive? Using social networking sites, making a cool promotional video, giving free samples, using celebrities in print advertising, sponsoring music festivals. Yep. Okay, so Ricardo, you are going to start, and all the rest are going to give opinions about what he's saying, all of you, all right? Then I'm going to say your name and you think what is the best, if you agree with Ricardo or you disagree with Ricardo, all right? Ricardo, you start.
I have to give my opinion.
No, choose
Or
from
just-
one of the, it
Ah,
says there,
okay.
how effective with these ways of promoting fashion products be, all right? Okay, so you can give your opinion about these ways of promoting. What is the one that you think is the best, and then why? Okay,
I think using social networking sites is the best option and more attractive because young people spend a lot of time on social media, and we usually see that kind of advertisement on Instagram, on Facebook, and that's the place in which people usually try to impress other people with fashion, or I don't know, makeup, and
Okay.
those kinds of products.
okay. Camila, do you agree? What do you think?
I have to disagree because nowadays we have a lot of advertising on the TV, the radio, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and a lot of social media. And this people got distracted because of the advertising. You are maybe you're watching a video and then pop up an advertising, and it's very unuseful for people to get that information. Like very like I don't know how to say.
What about the other ideas that you have in there? Do you like any of the other ideas?
Giving free samples, I think it's a good idea because people like free things, like to have things for free.
All right, okay. Giselle, what do you think, Giselle? Giselle, can you hear me? Oh, it seems that she's... Okay, so Francisca. They're gone. Melissa, what about you?
This is a good thing that giving free samples. Yes.
Okay, who is talking? Seems that I am frozen. Who's talking at this moment? Hello.
Oh,
Yeah, I lost.
You have bad connection. Well,
I lost my connection. Are you there still?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
yes,
Giselle, you were talking. I couldn't hear you.
yes. I said I disagree with Camila because I consider that giving free samples it is a way to lose money in companies, and people used to use free samples and don't buy products.
They tend to use free samples and they don't buy the products. All right.
Yes.
Melissa, what's your opinion?
I also disagree with Camila, but because I think that the best way of promote an fashion product is using celebrities in print advertising, or even in the social medias, because I think everyone has their own favorite celebrities. So if you see your favorite celebrity using, I don't know, make certain makeup or clothes, you're going to say, oh, I want it too.
All right. Okay. I think we're yeah, we are past of the time. But anyway, we're going to stop the class now. I'm going to send you some materials for previous classes. All right. With vocabulary and things which are in the book that you don't have, which is called Maximizer. So I'm going to send you that material for that. And then now I can tell you that you can spend a good weekend, relax. I'm going to send you the materials, but you can start working by the end of the next week so as to relax a little bit, because probably you are tired. Okay. And remember that when we come back, we're going to finish the unit 7. And then the same week, on Thursday, we're going to have the presentation. So you have to prepare for that, to be prepared for that. Don't forget. Okay. 5 minutes of talking. You have to send me the previous day the script of what you're going to say. And with that, we are going to be ready. And the next week, we can use, or that Friday, we can use that day if you need to ask me questions, if you need to clarify some ideas, I'm going to be willing to help you with that. Okay? So that would be all for today. Have a great weekend, relax, and enjoy it. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Teacher.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Take care.
See you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.